Good morning, everybody. We're going to go ahead and start with those toe lifts. I'm using functional strength training if anybody wants to put that on their watch as well. Good. 4, 3, heels up, right then left. So right and left, stretching out the bottom of the foot, starting to wake up the ankles. I always like to do warm-ups from the ground up or from the head down. Start with little muscles. We're gonna march, so start to brace the core, tuck the ribs a little bit. We're gonna add a little bicep curl. Keeping it simple. Good. 8, 7. Here's 4, 3, hamstring curls, triceps, press it back. So today we've got 9 exercises. We're gonna do 30 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, 3 rounds. And then we have a little upper body and core finisher. Bring the knees back up, start to add a little rotation. So for that second circuit, we're gonna do 30 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, and 2 rounds. And we have 6 exercises for that one. 4, 3, hamstring curls. Take your hand to your heel over on the opposite side. So reach and reach. Good. 4, 3, 2, bring it into the center, slow deadlift. Hinge it forwards, stand up nice and tall. So we're bracing the core, hinge it back. Reach down, pick something up. Hinge. Let's speed it up a little bit. So hinge it forward, stand tall. Good. 4, 3, 2, take it forward, hold it in the hinge position, open and close your book. So we're opening the shoulder up back behind us. Good. 4, 3, 2, bring it all the way up, arms out, pull it down, reach it up to the ceiling. So ribs are tucked, imagine your hands are on a wall behind you. Try to keep your hands in contact with the wall the entire time. 2, arms across the chest, slow squat. Hinge it down, stand through. So down, 2, up, 2, down, and lift. We're gonna speed it up, so down and up. How deep you go is up to you. Notice I'm keeping my belly tucked in, my arms are staying parallel to the floor, chest is lifted. 2, forward step and reach. Forward, pull it back, squeeze the shoulders. Think about stepping, dropping the back knee to the floor. 4, 3, 2, side lunge, step it out to the side, hold it in place. Good. 4, 3, 2, hold it in the center, cat-cow, inhale and exhale. Good. In and out. So you can do gentle arch and then a little round, or hold the belly in and then relax. So you breathe in, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then relax. In and out. This is a little more spine safe. You don't want arch and round. In, step the feet together, step touch, press it back. Nice, good reach. 4, 3, 2, bring it into the center, heel bounces, heel bounce, heel bounce. Or if you want to actually jump, you can. So this is we're not going to jump, maybe we are. 4, 3, plank walkout, plank walkout. Feet hip width or a little wider, hinge it forwards. Walk yourself out to a good plank, hold it for a second. Walk yourself all the way back up again. If you've got that chair nearby, you can always place your hands on the seat of the chair. Keep the chest over the seat of the chair. Step your hips and your legs back into a plank position. Then walk yourself back up. Good. I've got one more. I'm aiming for at least 5, and this will be 5 for me. Let's bring it all the way up. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Grab a quick drink of water. All right, 30 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. We're gonna alternate between cardio and strength. So we have jumping jacks, wide squat with bicep curls, march, clap under, lunge press, one side only, jogging, lunge press on the other side, skaters, and we're gonna do front raise, side raise, and then plank walkout. You have the option to add a push-up. Then we'll do a quick rest, and then we're gonna do 2 more rounds of that. So jumping jacks, 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So just 30 seconds of jumping jacks right here. Low impact or high. It's 100% up to you. If your shoulders are not quite warmed up yet, just keep your arms nice and low, and then start to make them a little bit higher as you start to feel a little bit looser. So first round can still be considered a warm-up round. You can always keep it low impact, keep your weights a little bit lighter, and then in rounds 2 and 3, you can bump up the intensity a little bit. Good, all right. Wide squat with bicep curls. 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna squat it down, curl it, and then stand tall. So squat, curl, and tall. Now you are more than welcome to do a squat and then a curl. That's up to you. But this is going to challenge our legs a little bit. So down, curl, and lift. Keep our chest lifted. We don't want to drop here. We want to keep it tall. 3, 2, and 1. All right, dumbbells down. We're going to march, and we're going to clap underneath our thighs. I want you to try to get those legs up. So right here. So your goal is, instead of, if you have to end up clapping your thighs, that's okay. But the goal is to lift those thighs up high enough that you can clap underneath. So we've got about 10 seconds. We're gonna do a lunge with an overhead press, right side only. So it can be right leg, right arm, or right leg, left arm. Here's 2 and 1. So I'm gonna do right and right just to keep everything nice and simple. I'm doing a stationary lunge, 2 and 1. So I'm going to drop down, press overhead. Drop down, press overhead. So nice, good lunge. Make sure we're not going forwards and backwards. We're dropping and then press. Got 12 seconds. And then we're gonna go for a high knee jog, or just a jog, or a power march. 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down. Gonna go for power march, high knee jog, or just a jog. 2 and 1. So low impact option right here is a power march, or jog in place, or if you can jog and get the knees a little bit higher, that's what I want you to go for. You choose. Again, I'm keeping this as kind of a little bit more of a warm-up round, so I'm keeping it lower impact. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lunge with a press on the other leg. So left side here. Here's 3, 2, and 1. So drop it down, press to the ceiling. Drop the back knee down, front knee staying over our shoelaces. So lower, and then lift. Back leg is there for support and stability. Front leg is doing 90% of the work. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have skaters. Low impact, or add a little bit of a side hop. And 3, 2, and 1. So side step, little skate. Cross behind. So step and reach. Skaters, I want the cross behind. If you need to just side step, that's okay. But I want you to think about tapping that toe back. I want you to get that little bit of a balance challenge. And yes, you can tap the toe physically to the floor, or balance challenge, just skim. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Front raise, side raise combo. So 1 front raise, 1 side raise. There's 2 and 1. Soft knees. Front raise here, side raise here. On this one, I do thumbs up and then I rotate thumbs up. So thumbs lift, thumbs lift. Again, warm-up set for me. Sometimes in the morning I need a little extra time to wake up. Warm-up is just not long enough. So when we do circuits like this, you can always make that first set a warm-up set. 2 and 1. Plank walkout. Option to add a push-up. Option to add a push-up. Here's 2 and 1. So we're going to hinge it forwards, walk it out, knees down, push up, and then walk ourselves all the way back up again. Now you can do this. It's just a walkout, especially for the first set. I drop to my knees. I don't know if I like to drop to my knees, but I drop to my knees on my push-ups. 3, 2, and 1. Come back up to standing. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Super quick, grab a drink. We're gonna get ready to start round number 2. So we should be feeling hopefully pretty warmed up. Good. 8, 7. Here's 4, 3, jumping jacks right at the beginning. So we're just gonna tap it out to the side. If you need to take a little bit of a longer rest, go for it. But we should be feeling pretty warmed up, not too tired yet. If you need to, do like I am. Keep it low impact for round number 2, and then maybe high impact round number 3. Good, less than 10 seconds. This is also our second round, so you have the option to increase those weights a little bit. 2 and 1. All right, wide squat, bicep curls. So again, we're taking those legs a little bit wide, toes forward or out to the corner. Here we go. So down, curl, and then lift. Down, curl, and lift. And if you find that you're having trouble getting the hands between the knees, check, make sure that you're pressing those knees out and open. We want them tracking over our big toe, not our big toe, between our big toe and our pinky toe, over your second toe. So we've got to use those outer thigh muscles. 2 and 1. So just kind of keep that in mind. We have a march with a clap under. Here's 2 and 1. So lift, lift, clap. You can keep the arms down, working those legs, a little bit of cardio, or make the arms bigger, higher heart rate. You have to walk faster. You have to move those arms faster, fly faster. It's cold. Your left going down south a little bit late. Now you got to flap those wings a little bit harder. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Lunge with a press. Lunge with a press. Again, I'm doing stationary. Step it back. Feet hip width apart. Here we go. So take it down. Stand and press. Back knee towards the floor. Reach for the ceiling. Now, if you're struggling with your shoulders today, you're more than welcome to just do the lunge, because we do have other shoulders later on. So just kind of keep that in mind. After this, high knee jog. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to power march, jog, or high knee jog. 2 and 1. So this is our power march. And I'm trying to not bounce too much today. So good march. If you want to get those thighs up a little bit higher, but remember, we don't want to lean forward, but we don't have to puff up our chest either. Little tuck. If you want to take it up a bit, right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab a drink, or not grab a drink, grab a dumbbell. They both start with the letter D, right? Lunge with a press. Here's 2 and 1. So feet hip width apart. Just take a nice step back. Does not have to be huge. You just want to find a way to make that front leg do most of the work. Same thing, knees tracking over your second toe. Back knee is dropping down towards the floor like you want to get down on the floor. 8 seconds. After this, we have skaters. 3, 2, and 1. So skaters, side to side movement. 3, 2, 1. So side step, good cross. Low impact, you step. You can make it a big step, sink it down. You can take the arms, make them bigger. Wash the windows or wipe off the table. Good, we've got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Front raise, side raise. Nice thing about these is they're kind of quick. Here we go. So front raise, bring it down, side raise, and down. Now you can do palms facing down if it feels okay for you, which is kind of personal preference. Belly's in. So when we're lifting our weights, we're protecting our core. 12 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plank walkout with a push-up, or just your plank walkout. I'm gonna show a modification here. 2, and 1. So hands on the seat of the chair. Step it back. Don't let your body go too far. Push up, step it forward and stand. So hands down. Step it back. Push up, and then forwards. So you can see I'm not pushing my body back here. It shouldn't feel like you're doing a weird kind of shoulder push up when you do these. You're stepping your body back, keeping your chest in line with your chair or with your countertop. These are incline push-ups. Good, rest. They are just as good as regular push-ups. So walk around, grab a quick drink. We're gonna move on. Circuit number 3, last set for this today. So we're gonna roll the shoulders. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Getting ready for set number 3. And then our last set, we're gonna be down on the floor. Good, 8, 7. Here's 4, 3, jumping jacks, 30 seconds. Time is on. So tap and tap. This is our third round. If you're feeling pretty good, I want you to take it up. I want you to try to do maybe 1 full jack before going back to your low jacks. So you can do like 1 and then 4. So 1 jack, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. Yes. Here's 2 and 1. Wide squat, bicep curls. Wide squat, bicep curls. So step those feet out, turn the toes out towards the corner. Here we go, down, curl, and then lift. So just kind of double check if your knees are really far in and you're knocking the knees forwards, it's gonna feel kind of weird. But again, we don't have to stay perfectly straight up and down. Little hinge, but we're using our legs. Our legs are doing the work. Inner thigh stretch, activate those outer thighs, these stabilize. Good, 3, 2, and 1, bring it up. Going back, 4, marching, clapping under. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So clap, clap. So remember, small arms, it's a little bit easier, but we still gotta get those legs up. Think about all the stuff we have to step over. Curbs, ladders, you name it, pets. You always have to try not to step on the cats. So if you practice high legs now, it makes it a little easier when you have to step up onto a curve later. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lunging with an overhead press. So shoulder down, elbows in. Here we go. Drop, press it overhead. Drop, press, or take out the press. Just do your lunge. Keep your dumbbell racked at your shoulders. So they call this a kind of a racked position. It's not quite racked, but close. Just because the dumbbell looks like it's sitting on the rack. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching to our high knee jog or our power march. So these are our progressions. 2, 1. So this is your low impact. When I want the arms pumping, try to get the thighs up. So we're using core here in addition to hip flexors. If you can take it up, this is a little more impact, higher intensity, or for our last 12-ish seconds, it's a little bit of a slower jog, but the thighs are going up a little bit higher. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lunge with an overhead press. Yeah, it's that third set that you really start to feel it. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Drop it down, press through. Drop it down, press through. This is the leg that I have to keep an eye on. I like to shift into that leg, and I like to kind of kick my hip out or let my knee go out. So I really have to watch the knee on this side. We usually always have one side that seems to work a little bit better than the other, whether it's due to repetition. Good. Last one. Going for skaters, whether it's from repetition or injury. So we just have to keep an eye on that side. Skaters right here, side step. Now you can add the hop side to side. This is round 3. You can take it up a bit. We've been working out for about 20-ish minutes. We got 22 minutes on my watch. So we should be feeling pretty warmed up, a little bit looser. So if you can take it up, take it up. If you have to keep it low, that's okay. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Side raise, front raise. So slow and steady. 3, 2, and 1. So lift, and then I open and lift. And I know a lot of people do not like mirrors when they work out, but I can see myself on my camera or on my computer. It helps me see my technique. It lets me know if I'm a little lopsided or if one arm looks a little funky. 3, 2, and 1. So it just lets me, it gives me some body awareness, right? Last exercise, plank walkout with a push-up. 2, and 1. So I always tell people the mirrors are a tool. They're a tool. So if you kind of struggle with body awareness a little bit, try working out in front of that mirror. This is just a way for you to be able to see your body from the outside. I always say working out is a lot of mind-muscle connection. Sometimes we need, good, rest, sit it back, shake it out. Sometimes the mind-muscle connection has to come from outside our bodies. All right. Shake it out, walk around. When you're ready, did I say 6? We have 6. Walk around. When you're ready, we're gonna come down to the floor. You're going to need dumbbells for skull crushers, for pullovers, and then you're good. So dumbbell, tricep skull crushers, and then dumbbell pullovers. And a couple of these you can do body weight only if you need to. So if you're gonna stay upright, what I want you to do is just tricep kickbacks, or you can do an overhead extension with a march. Oblique crunches, we're here. Dumbbell pullovers, you're gonna do here. So you're gonna add in a little bit of a deadlift because that's still gonna get your core. Reverse crunches is a mummy kick. Deadbugs, again, it's gonna be kind of a march, reaching up and over, and then scissors, I want you to just do side leg lift, okay? Let's go ahead and take it all the way down. We're gonna get at least one set. I'm hoping for two, but we're gonna get started. We've got skull crushers with leg lowers is our first exercise. So 30 seconds all the way down onto your back. We're gonna have our arms up, legs are gonna be in a dead bug position, and then we're gonna do a skull crusher with a heel tap to the floor in 3, 2, and 1. So we've got it up. We're gonna take it down. So down, 2, lift, 2, down, down, lift, lift. So lower and lift. The center of your body doesn't move. So down, down, lift, lift. Low back is pulled into the floor. We're tightening, so we're bracing by pushing out a little bit, but we don't want to make that dome. Last one. Good, bring it in. We're gonna do oblique crunches. So that's going to be shoulder going towards the opposite knee. 2 and 1. So hand reaches for the outside of that knee. If you want to add in a march, you can. Completely up to you. But reach. So it's up and over, so it's not just over to your hip. Try to think up and over, reach the outside of your knee, like you're trying to reach around and tap the front. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, dumbbell pullover with a crunch. I'm gonna do just one dumbbell. So you're going to lower the dumbbell towards the floor, bring it up, crunch to the ceiling, your time is on. So low back in, dumbbell, and crunch. So reach to the floor, crunch it, reach to the ceiling. When we reach for the floor, we don't let the low back arch, and we don't want to let the ribs flare. We want to keep them tucked under. Good, we got about 5 seconds. Good, bring it in. Reverse crunches. So your option, you can just start with that little pelvic tuck, 2 and 1. So you can think little pelvic tuck. We're not lifting the hips off the floor. Option 2, little tuck, little curl it in. Pull it in and tap. Option 3, it's a little bit bigger, a little bit higher. Can you press the bottoms of your feet towards the ceiling? 10 seconds. We're going to go for dead bugs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. We're going to go for dead bugs. So low back into the floor, palms facing in, legs are up, opposite arm and leg are going to go down to the floor. So take it down, bring it up, down, and lift. When we lift, our knees come right in line with our hips. We don't want to let them start to creep in, right? So try to keep them right over your hips, hands right over your shoulders. It's okay if your hands do not touch the floor. It's okay if your heels do not touch the floor. Last one, bring it in. One more exercise. We're going to take our legs up, point your toes, squeeze the quads. We're going to take it out and in. 2 and 1. So out, cross. We're moving from the hips, so we don't want to move just our feet. If you need to keep it bent, you can just do the thigh master, but our knees are locked in. But if we can, right here, low back into the floor. So out, cross. You're a pair of scissors. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Short rest. I don't know if we're going to get a second set. All right, if we do a second set, it's gonna have to be really quick stretching today, all right? So we're gonna do a second set. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Getting ready for those skull crushers. 8, 7. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, skull crusher with leg lowers. So I'm gonna take it down, 2, up, 2. So a lot of core stabilization in this workout, especially down on the floor. Now, if you don't want to do this second set, that's okay. If your abs are already just screaming, it's okay to start stretching now. It's really hard when your abs are really tired. Here's 2 and 1. Good, oblique crunches. It's kind of like if you've ever broken a rib. It's awful because everything uses your ribs. Good, diagonal reach right here. So kind of the same thing. You know, if your abs are really, really sore, then anytime you do anything like sneezing or coughing or laughing, your abs just feel awful. You gotta work up to it. I'm feeling mine right now, but I know it'll be kind of yucky now, but I'll feel okay tomorrow. But if you're not sure you're gonna feel okay tomorrow, it's okay to rest. Good, bring it in. Going for our dumbbell pullover. I'm gonna take both hands with the dumbbell, press my dumbbells together. Good, so I'm gonna lower, lift, now crunch to the ceiling. And it's not a very big crunch. I'm kind of feeling my mid-back the last couple days. Not sure why. So I'm just kind of being nice. And you think, mid-back, but you're doing a crunch. Yep. But I'm still stabilizing using that mid-back, and I'm still moving when I do my crunch. 3, 2, and 1. Good, bring it in. We're gonna go for that reverse crunch. So reverse crunch, 3, 2, and 1. So you can just do a little tuck, tap the toes. Little tuck, tap the toes, or a little bit of a bigger tuck, tap the toes. Good, we've got 10 seconds. We're gonna go for Deadbugs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Short rest. Deadbugs, arms are up, legs are up, low back pulled into the floor, so we don't have to suck it in, but we don't want to push and make a dome. So we're going to take it down, and lift. You can go slow. If you want to make it a little harder, down, up. Try to keep up with the music. It's all about core stability while you're adding in movement of the arms and the legs. Less than 10. Here's 2 and 1. Short rest. We're going to go for our scissors. We're going to go out and in again. 3, 2, and 1. Take it out, cross, out, cross. If you want to go faster, cross, cross. Remember, out, cross. Keep it a little lower, a little slower. Last 10 seconds. Can you go a little faster? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it in. Give yourself a little bit of a break. If you're on the floor, you can just roll over onto your tummy. You're going to stretch out those abs. I'm going to take a moment. Put my equipment away. I kept it pretty lightweight today. I'm going to reach up, grab myself a drink, and then just a quick stretch. So roll over onto your tummy. Option 1, rest your chin on your hand. Option 2, we're going to come up onto our forearms like Sphinx, so my shoulders are over my elbows. Option 3, Hands by your chest, deep breath in. Push it up and back, variation of up dog or cobra. I'm focusing on stretching my hips a little bit more than my back. Don't let your shoulders come up. Pull them down, push the floor away. Tuck the toes under, sit it back, child's pose. We're gonna reach it out. Nice, good stretch, working those lats. Little wiggle side to side. Good, let's go ahead and bring it up. We're gonna lift it up into a plank. We're gonna press it back into a down dog. So down dog and plank. And I want you to try to do the down dog because we're stretching the hamstrings in addition to working our shoulders. So down dog. One more time. Down dog. Good, now come to a plank. You're gonna take your right foot by your right hand. You're going to step it so that your back knee is down on the floor. You're in a runner's lunge position. You might be back here, that's okay, or you might have to have your hands on a chair, that's okay too. We're gonna take that arm, we're gonna drop the forearm to the floor, open to the ceiling. Forearm down, open to the ceiling. So we're dropping down, deepening the stretch on the front of the hip and the inner thigh, adding a little rotation. Good, bring it in, hands down, lift up into that plank, switching sides. Drop that back knee down towards the floor. And again, drop the forearm down. Little rotation. Forearm down. Rotation. Two more. Down. And lift. Down. And lift. Hand to the floor. Lift it up. Step it back. Walk yourself back up to a standing position. Roll the shoulders. Just bring it up nice and tall. Give yourself a minute. Walk around. Good. We're just going to do big breath in, hands behind the ears. Exhale, hands into the small of the back. So inhale up, exhale down. Good. One more. Up. Down, arms down, shoulders down and back, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up, look to the right, look to the left. Bring it into the center, big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale. One more time, big breath in, and out, and you are all done.